How's it going, folks? So I had a band reach out to me. Actually, I guess more accurately, I had a fella reach out to me regarding his new indie power metal project, and he asked me if I would be willing to check out his song here, and I said absolutely. I'd be more than happy to. I think it's so cool. First of all, I love when indie artists are trying to make music or follow their passions or whatnot, but especially like indie power metal, I find just super impressive because that's not an easy genre to try to tackle for an indie artist. So, it's just so neat of folks just following their passions and just doing what they want to do. Really cool. So, of course, I said, yes, I would love to. So here I am going to check it out. This is from Garrett Campbell, and the name of this song is Stand Together for the Glory. Not for camaraderie or support or to help out or anything like that. Just do it for the glory, But I'm just kidding. But yeah, so this is from Garrett Campbell. Stand together for the glory. Let's see what we got here, shall we? Rangers, go.
We have to stand together, stand for the glory. Through ice and winter weather, stand for the victory. As the dark is dawning and your life just fades away, memories turn realities to nightmares. Inside you'll understand the meaning of it all. But until then, you must fight. The snow and ice will last forever. We are the heroes of the light. To fight for hope, fight together. We dare to live, not just survive. We have to stand together, stand for the glory. Stand through the ice and winter, stand for the victory. I know so deep in my soul that we can victor. But I know until then, we must fight. As the light is fading with your plans and dreams, oh, memories, our hearts and your soul. Inside you'll find out where it all went wrong. A friend of ours in your heart. The glory won't last forever. We are the heroes of the light. We have to stand together, stand for the glory. Stand through the ice and winter, stand for the victory. I know so deep in my soul that we can victor. But I know until then, we must fight. That's the heroes, light of the darkness, a ray of sunshine, swept out, melting the winter. to stand together, stand for the glory, stand through the ice of winter, stand for the victory. Stand through the ice and weather, stand through the ice and winter, stand through the ice and weather, stand for the victory. We have to stand together, stand for the glory, stand through the ice and winter, stand for the victory. I know so deep in my soul that we can victor, but I know until then we must fight. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Wow, there's just such a it's so cool seeing I mean just the real DIY attitude here, and especially with the video and filming it and all that kind of stuff. It's just so cool. I feel like this video really represents just the real spirit, and the real um, what's the word? I mean, essence, or just the real spirit of power metal. I mean, this fella, he's out there with the means that he's got, and filming this video, which he didn't have to do a video. He just released like the song or whatever, but he wanted to get out there and do this video, and it's just really really cool, and there's a lot of charm behind it because he's out there doing what he can. And I love how you have in the super high budget power metal videos, they have the beautiful landscapes, they're out on mountaintops and whatnot, and this fella's out there in his neighborhood, I imagine. And I love in the one shot, you kind of can see the fence behind him, and you see there's like just a pool back there. But hey, who's to say the Shire, they didn't have swimming pools behind their hobbit holes, or whatever it's called? I don't know. I'm not quite sure what land he's from. This character, this warrior. So there's no telling. It seems like the weather changes on a dime too, because he's there. It looks bright and sunny and all that stuff. But then next he's trudging through the snow. So it's an adventure. But it's just really really cool seeing that. It just I don't know. I just had to point that out. So I love that he's out there, and you can see the passion he's got for it all and everything. But as far as the song itself goes, the first thing that I have to commend him on, his vocals. He's got a voice. I kid you not. I mean, he can really wail, and just the range that he can cover. And I mean, he's wailing a lot too. So he's got that endurance and all that stuff with his voice. So killer voice. Truly, I mean, really really impressive stuff. And as far as the song itself, I really like the chorus. And again, all things considered, this is just an indie project. This fella trying to put together some power metal, and it sounds pretty darn good. I have to say, it sounds pretty darn good. I've heard several, full bands that have put together songs with kind of like a production quality in the sound that's at par or not as good as this here. So given that he's trying to just create this power metal project, I mean it sounds pretty good, I have to say. But I'm not really going to be critiquing the audio quality too much. But I just wanted to say that all things considered, I really, it's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, but so the chorus, I really really like the chorus. The chorus is really the heart of the song, in my opinion. It's really what makes the song memorable. Even if you remove everything else, everything that we know, it's just his personal indie power metal project he's putting together. It's one fella, and he's doing everything here, and with the means he's got, you put aside all of that, and the chorus is still, it's a really good chorus, and like I said, it's really the heart of the song. It's the most memorable aspect. Uh, Really great melody, really nice, anthemic and kind of chant worthy. And again, his vocals are just really, really on point. And I like the symphonic elements in there. It definitely, he did a good job of really kind of boosting the sound there in the chorus to make it feel grand in scope. That larger than life feeling in a lot of the epic power metal style songs and whatnot. So yeah, I really like the chorus a lot. Really, really well done. The guitar solo and all that stuff was really cool, and just in general, the musicianship was definitely solid. Um, as for the rest of the song, aside from the chorus, it just feels from like a songwriting and an arrangement perspective. It just feels a little bit scattered. It's hard to pin down any particular um, what's the word I'm looking for, rhyme or reason necessarily for certain sections to even be there to begin with. I feel like the intention was to create kind of like a grand epic with all these different set pieces, all these different moments. But I mean, first of all, that's a huge endeavor. That's something that's not easy. To make one cohesive song with just a bunch of these big changing pieces that just tell this big story. Um, and so I feel like just from the arrangements perspective, a lot of it feels a little scattered. It doesn't really necessarily feel like you have this singular continuity throughout the whole entire song. And that's why I say the chorus is really the heart. Because that's the thing that you can really grasp onto. That's the thing that is very memorable, and it's kind of what is holding everything together in a sense, because once it gets back to that, you feel like you're welcomed home. It's like, oh yes, familiarity, and you hold on to it, because and there's a lot of ups and downs too. I think there was like maybe three different full kind of down moments or pauses or whatnot throughout, and I feel like that just disrupts the momentum a little too much when there's too many of those. Having one, maybe two, um, you can squeak by, with that. But I just feel like there was a little too many in here to where it just disrupts the momentum a little bit too much. Because when you have that powering sound, that driving sound with the drums and the guitars and everything, and you get too many of those moments. Like I said, if you have one in there that kind of, it gives you a moment to breathe. You kind of use it to build atmosphere, to kind of give the listener a sense of weightlessness almost, and it just gets ready to build up in everything again. But if you have it too much, it just feels like you're stopping and starting, a little bit too much. And then also with the verses, it was also, I had a hard time just kind of pinning down what the verses kind of were, what like the melody for the verses were, because it just feels like, again, there was, aside from the chorus, like you have the chorus, I feel like there was maybe like 5 or 6 other like segments throughout the whole song as opposed to 2 or 3. And again, that's one thing if you're trying to create like this big epic thing, which is a huge undertaking. But here it just feels like you have these segments that were just kind of stuck together, and so it's a little rocky in there. So it's a little streamlining in there to build something that's a little bit more cohesive through into the chorus, and then back out, and back into the chorus and bridge, and or whatever structure you want. But I feel like there's just a few too many segments that just it creates a rocky momentum, a rocky kind of feeling where again you have a hard time really engaging in the song because you can't grab onto it because it just kind of keeps shifting and even those pieces that shift, they don't really shift in a connecting way. It's more like, this kind of piece like ends here and then this other piece kind of starts here. So you're kind of just getting these jagged pieces um, throughout. So, just I guess from the arrangement standpoint, that's how I feel about the song in general. Is the musicianship was really good. I'm really impressed with his prowess on the multitude of instruments and his vocals. Really, really, really great. And the chorus was super solid. I really enjoyed that. It's just the rest of the pieces, individually, they sounded fine enough, but just together, it just didn't create, this cohesive kind of feeling sound, in the song. It just feels a little sharp, you know. But yeah, I do have to say though, I'm really quite impressed with just the such a huge endeavor, trying to take on, something like this and create an epic power metal song. And really, really talented kid here. And really excited to see what he continues to do and create because there's a ton of potential here. I mean, this kid, he's got a lot of talent, both vocally and musically. And it's just tweaking that songwriting. I feel like that can oftentimes be the most difficult thing for a songwriter in general is creating the song itself. It's like you could be good at all the instruments, you could have a great voice, you can have great ideas, but then getting that down into a song that is fluid and cohesive and has these dynamics woven throughout and it feels connected and well-rounded, all of that kind of stuff. I feel like that can be one of the most difficult things to do. So yeah, definitely a lot of potential here with this fella. I'm definitely gonna follow him, and because I'm really intrigued to see what he continues to do. There's definite room for improvement as far as like the songwriting itself goes. But yeah, with that chorus, you got something so strong as the chorus. Sometimes, it's good to work out from that. You have this chorus that is just grand and epic and centered, and then just kind of flow out from that. But yeah, I don't know. All this is just my humble opinion, but really cool. I really enjoyed checking this out. It was a lot of fun, and like I said, I mean, this kid's got a lot of talent, and there's a lot of ingredients here that are just ready for just creating something truly magical. So I think the future's bright here with this one. But let me know, everyone, in the comments down below what you thought about this bad boy here. And thank you so much for tuning in, and I'll catch you next time. Ranger.